Alright, I'm almost out of space on this phone. So right here, this part 5 or 6, bond number, as you know, register mail number. There's a register offset and discharge bond. This one right here is 6 pages. You need 2 sureties, 2 people who are creditors. One of them can be you, but I wouldn't make myself surety or anything like that, but I did. And right here will be whoever you're paying off. Internal Revenue Service account holder, United States of America subdivision agents account holder, whatever county you're in, and all agents thereof account holder, your county's child support services and agents account number. So you're going to use this to discharge all the debts, and there's 6 pages to this. It would be best if you get it notarized if you don't have 2 or 3 witnesses, and that's pretty much it on that. Make sure you get your fingerprint on there so they don't think that you're fictitious. It would be nice if you get your fingerprint on everything. So that's all done. We got all that out the way. And I think, we already went through this one, the registered bond and promissory note. So it's like 3 or 4 documents. Alright, the last few things I want to show you is the apostille, which is important. You need this wherever your state is at. You're going to get this apostille, go to your state secretary office, and they'll seal it, put their seal on it. Secretary will sign it. This is mine already done. They give you a number, a reference number, so just in case you want to claim that you're in the Hague's Convention treaty with the state or whatever, and and your stuff been certified by the state, you use this number right here. So you add this in all your affidavits. So there's a lot of stuff to say. As you can tell, there's a QSIP number on the back. So I'm pretty sure that's a tracking number right there. So you can use that also to reference to all your document. Because what I did, this is why this is all stapled together. Look how thick it is. It's all stapled together. They sent it to me with this all attached, just like this. So all this document now has been certified and put on record. So before you do that, you have to send it with this. Send it to the Secretary of State, whoever it is. For me, it's Ken Detzer. You got his address already. I sent this certified mail. And regarding acquisition for apostille, so this ain't an application for notary certification. So I go ahead. I put a money order for $10, and it's an active state for the United States. You can do it for many states. Look into that. Apostille by the Office of Florida Secretary of State. And I'm I put right here the McIntosh Joint Estate, the Strawman Estate Executor Office. Because now when they mail the paperwork back to me, they're mailing it to the CEO. I'm the Chief Executive Officer. I am working for the McIntosh Joint Estate. So now they notarize it. You get your notary wherever you're at to notarize this active state. And then once they notarize it, you write your signature down here, reserve all your rights. You are the executor. So now right here, you'll make sure that you put enclosure, active state by way of certified mail, because this is the active state and you have enclosure. And to this, there's 6 papers to this. So now you go ahead, this section right here, leave it blank. This is for the County Recorder's Deed Office. Right here is the information about where they're going to return it to, which is the Strawman Estate Executor Office. They're sending it to the P.O. Box. This is the cover letter for the apostille. Whatever you're going to send to get recorded by the County Recorder's Deed Office, make sure you give them this section. Give them this section. One is the return section. The other is a space above for the recorder only, so they can record what they need to record. And then you certify mail it. This is the affidavit of political status, active state. This is to fix up your status correction, because this is how you correct your political status. I put my fingerprint right here. Now the grantor is executor office is the McIntosh Estate, the Strawman Estate, and I'm the grantee, the upper and lowercase name. So right here I signature it. I'm the executor of that estate, and then you get it notarized. So this is called the Affidavit of Political Status Active State. You can look for the details there. There's another document again that goes with that. This is part 3 of that. You got to get this notarized as well. and active state, reaffirmation of character, renunciation of attempted expatriations. So I'm over here renouncing that I'm no longer a member of the United States Incorporated. If I ever been, it's against my right and all that stuff. And here's my commercial security agreement, my UCC number, all this stuff. I'm claiming my rights. I'm correcting my status. So it's a reaffirmation of character, who I am, and a renunciation of attempted expatriations. So now there's like 2 or 3 pages to that, and then you get it notarized and all that stuff by 2 common law witnesses or more. These are all contracts, stipulations, and conditions. Archetype, sui juris, I am a man of my own, worthy of my own rights. And this is the active state, which is important too. Primary signature certification. Certification of my signature now. This proof I am that I am. Yis-RoyAl. This is part of the convention de la Haye de 5th of October 1961. So the whole active state apostille has to do with the Hays Convention. You see, the apostille. This is a major certification. So now you get that all notarized and everything. And right here, there's the last page of that. You know, once again, you put everything right here. Divine, sentient, sovereign, affiant, because every affidavit, when you're a party in affidavit, you're an affiant. And you put the state that you're from here and the county of that state there. You know, get it notarized. And the apostille number would be this number, and they'll give you, you'll get this number, after you send them this paperwork. So after you send them this paperwork with a paperwork that looks like this, what is the country you're doing it in? United States of America, wherever you're at. Who they're gonna put in who it's signed by, which is the notary, acting in the capacity of the Notary Public of Florida, so they're certified, and it bears the seal stamp of the Notary Public State of Florida, which is this, certified. So now the Secretary of State certifies it as well. So it was done at etc. the blank day of whatever by Secretary of State of whatever, and this is the reference number, seal and stamp. This is all done deal. So now you put your certified mail number at the bottom. This affidavit of political status, active state. So make sure you always put the subject of your affidavits and paperwork at the bottom or at the top, and always number it. So that's all done. This is extra right here. This is something else I did to protect myself. This is an authorized representative contract. So now this is what gives me the power to represent the straw man what I want. And there's stipulations in here where I get paid, and just like you hire someone else. And there's 6 pages to that. Now, if you want a copy of this, please contact me. I'm not going to go through it right now. It's deep detail. This is literally a contract. So it says right here, whereas Macintosh Joint Trust has certain, the legal fiction trust has certain duties, responsibilities, and obligations which Macintosh Joint Trust, the straw man, desires to delegate to another, specifically to Macintosh of the Jean family. So I'm going to explain the duties that he want to give to me. And I am working for him. So I am an employee. He is the employer. So if they're coming after him, they got to come for him. If they're coming for my client, they got to go for my client, not the power of attorney. And at the bottom, you know, I make sure I let them know who I am. I'm referred to as the power of attorney. And throughout this whole thing, the straw man or the employer stipulates all the conditions of this contract. So there's a lot to explain about this. This is how I can terminate this. You know, terms, duration, and termination of contract if I want to. You know, I have to do it on paper, and no one else can interfere with this contract and be the CEO without permission. And I'm in charge of handling his financial account, bank account, Social Security. So without me being it. So this takes me out of their jurisdiction completely, man. Compensation and fees. So I gotta get paid. I can actually pay myself and get paid for this. So the straw man's paying me, for better wording. because you got to look at it like it's it and you're you. If you don't see it like that, there's no point of doing all this. You're going to fall into trouble. So the trust is the trustor. This is the all caps legal fiction's name. And the authorized representative, I accept this contract. So I agree to the terms and conditions of this contract, which we stipulated and agreed upon. Contracts law of the land. Now this is 6 pages. I'm the beneficiary, creditor, executor, sovereign natural man on the land, and power of attorney. In fact, with autograph. All rights exclusively reserved. All natural rights. So we already seen all these documents. So I got a couple of extra stuff in here that other people don't have or have done. Okay, so I believe we're all done with this packet right here. Alright, we're all done with this packet. Last few things that I want to show you guys before we go is that after you get your paperwork apostilled, they'll give you proof right here, which is a memorandum. Costs them about $10 for the certificate. All birth certificates must be apostilled as well. And this is just a memorandum, which means a memo. So this is proof that they have certified my document. And notary certification apostille section. So everything is done deal. And I have the registered mail number for all that. Just unlimited proof. I even take pictures of the envelope, and the checks and the money orders before I send them. This is how I also make my own checks and money orders, since everything is all made up anyway and you create it. At the top will be the address of the trust. So the trust name, the straw man's name will go at the top of the check. I made this on my own document. On internet, on Word and all that stuff. You could do it on Paint Job. Put the address, care of. This is the address of the person's account, because we're going into the straw man's account. His name's in all capital, and this is his address. And he's paying, or in other words, he's crediting it to the order of, etc. This is how you'll form your checks. I did this with my hand from scratch. And you're paying it to the order of, etc. Just like any other check, you're crediting it. In your authorization, your authorized signature is what's giving the approval, not the type of paper you put it on or how it looks and all that. And so you put the date. You need date on it. Put the number, same number that you have right here, $27.60 or 0/100 cents, 0 cents. You put it here, number, $27.00. You date it. Every check number has to have a number that's unique. And then this is the bank that is from. So mine is the Federal Bank of New York, which would be letter B. And you put the address of that Federal Reserve Bank there. And you put a memo. What is the memo? Approved for 6 months payment of service, or for discharging debt, or to pay off bill. It's a memo. You're giving them a memo. And your memo can also be your account number, whatever. If you have like a billing account number, routing number will be a social security, the number on the back of your social security, associated with the letter that connect to a bank. So if mine is a K, I'll go online, look for the Federal Reserve routing number for the Bank of Dallas, Texas, K. And I put that routing number there. This is where they're routing the money from. Account number is the same number on the back of the Social Security, but the letters turn to 0. And you put the rest of the numbers in. That's the account number. And you put the check number at the bottom. Now, you can actually buy checks with the micro print and all that stuff. But I hope you have a micro print printer, so you can actually print the stuff that goes at the bottom of the check. Now, you can take the check to the store, and they'll slide it through their machine, and beep, beep, it's paid off. You see what I'm saying? You can do it that way too. But I don't have money to dollars or whatever it is, a promise to pay notes yet, to buy those, to buy that check machine and get the microprint ink and the magnetic ink and all that stuff. So I just did it this way. I can't go to a store with this. They won't accept it. But I can send this through mail as a form of discharge. And what they'll do is put my account number in their system and their routing number in their system and the check number, the bank they're going to be taking the money from, the proof that is credited to them, how much is credited to them, extra proof how much is credited to him, the date it was sent, and who's sending this. You see, the straw man. And so I make sure I keep a bill statement, which is proof of bill of exchange. A bill of exchange is another way to say bill statement, or true bill in commerce, or invoice. You have to have invoice. And this is for you and for them. What is it for? Item service for P.O. Box 705. That's what I'm paying off. What is the cost? $27. Time periods paid. I'm paying for time period being paid. I'm paying for 6 months. I put in the months in abbreviation. Total amount enclosed $27. Date paid. This is the same date that I'm sending it off, or the date that I'm paying it off. The amount due. There's nothing due now. So everything there have to be zero amounts due because I've just paid them. Current balance, $0. Now, if I put at the bottom, if you have any questions about this bill statement, please contact McIntosh of the Jump family at this address, Florida Republic, or whatever state you're in, Republic, zip code exempt, non-domestic, without the United States Incorporated, all rights reserved. Thank you for your business. And then I send this off to them. Certified mail, registered mail. Now, if they don't send it back, I have any questions or concerns, they accepted this. So they've just entered contract with me. Now we're near the end. As you can tell, PS form 3811 for certified mail. No, actually, this is for the certified mail. I don't have a copy of it right now. I would have to go get it. But this is for the return receipt with signature, because you want to get their signature on it so they don't lie. This for registered mail. When you're declaring $21 in value, it's right here. Customer must declare full value. You're gonna put $21 in value because it takes $21 in controversy to start up a lawsuit. So if there's $21 lost on $21 in value lost, and they don't write you back or send you something back, now you can begin the lawsuit. If it's $20, you can't begin the lawsuit. If it's $5 in value, you can't begin a lawsuit. If it's $22 or $21.01, you can start a lawsuit. So you must declare the value, full value, for $21. And all they do is charge me like $12 for this in total. Declaring the value is just a declaration. It doesn't mean you're asking to pay $21. It's just $21 and stamp, value and stamp. So they're only going to charge you $12 for the whole thing in general. So that's a receipt, more proof. You need these evidence so when they take you to court, if they take you to court, try to lie. Last few things I want to show you guys that I have is the specific declaration, the specific declarative affidavit of fact, declaration of nationality. This is my first time to declare my nationality, my race, my sovereign indigenous status, claim of divine rights, and name correction. So I'm correcting my name, and for the first time making my own name. There's a lot of things I'm changing about this. I give them my original birthplace, where I was born, my nationality, status, and race. To let them know on and for the record, I'm not black or white. That's color of law. I'm not fictional. My proclamations, reservation, and declaration of divine rights. Now I make my own statutes pretty much, and constitution. These my stipulations, foundational constitutional laws and evidence. Now I go to supportive constitutional laws that back this up.